Hey guys, my name is Dakota Jenkins and I'm here to help you get things done. Today, I'm going to show you how to use an air compressor. So some common components that we have for an air compressor right here is you have your tank pressure. Mine goes up to 250 psi, but you see over here it's got 150 max psi, 3-gallon tank, and then it's got your running power and it's oil free and everything. So you just plug it in, which is really nice with this one. And so these are some common components right here that you got. This is your gauge to make sure you got right tire pressure. This is to put air in your tire, and this is to get pressurized air for cleaning stuff off. 3 common mistakes that people make when they're using an air compressor. Number 1 is they forget to open this up and drain it out after they get done using it. A lot of people will leave the air in there, and what that will do is it will cause the inside of your component here, the inside of your compressor, to rust. And that is because the way this works is it takes air from the outside, puts it on the inside, and pressurizes it as it comes out. And it also takes in that moisture from the outside. If you're in a place that's very high in humidity, you're going to have a lot of moisture in here. So that's one mistake a lot of people make. So what I've done is when I put this in here, and you can pull that back or you can just shove it in there. Actually, you got to pull it back on mine. And what I've done is that I have made it to where this will leak out. And that way if I ever forget to let it come out, then I'll be good. It'll still leak out. You don't have to do that. That's just something I do. The second mistake that people make is when they put this on here, they put it on wrong and they're losing air rather than gaining air. The mistake that people make is they don't have more pressure in their tank than they do in their tires. So if your tire is at 25 pounds and this is at less than 25 pounds, all you're going to be doing is your tire is going to force the air out of that. Using an air compressor is really simple. All you have to do is turn it on with this knob right here. You have your tool pressure, and that's if you're using a nail gun or an impact driver or anything, but we're just going to be using just airing it up. And so we've just got our pressure is all the way up, but you can turn that down if you want, but we're not going to do that. We're just going to leave it up. And then all you have to do is flip it on. Once you got it on and you got your pressure built up, you come over to your tire and you find your valve stem, and you take your valve stem cover off, and then you just put it on there, and you can hear that sound. Get closer. That's right. When you're wrong, it sounds like this. This is right. You can hear it in the tire. So you put some in there, and then I'm going to take my gauge right here, and I'm going to make sure that we've got the right amount. 35 pounds is what my truck calls for, 35 pounds of pressure. Your vehicle may be different. And so we're at like 32. I'm going to take 2 measurements. Yeah, we're getting close, so just do it a little bit longer and we'll check it again. Tires aired up and everything. I've got the hose off. You just pull that back, take it off. It's important that you drain out the air. And so on this one, you just pull it out. You're going to see some moisture form here because there's moisture in there.
Oh my goodness.
And so that's a very important step that people will forget. One potentially dangerous and even deadly thing that people do or that has happened is that people will plug this in and I've seen this where they've run this receptacle to a 240 rather than a 120. So you get too many volts going into it and it blows up. It's really dangerous, so you got to be really careful to make sure that you got the right. Most residential and even commercial outlets like this are 120 volts. So you just have to be really careful to make sure you got the right voltage.